Okay, and if you have any questions, leave it on the comments. I'm not an expert, but I just thought I'd throw this out there for anyone who's interested in learning how to do this. Maybe you're refinishing the wood like I did, or you just have never done this. A lot of people have videos out there for the K98, which is a little different because you don't have this piece right here to worry about, so you don't have to turn this and take it off. And also it seems like this is a little easier to remove on the K98, even though it's similar. I don't know what it is. This piece right here takes some real working to get it off. It might just be my wood, but your mileage may vary. Okay, so here we have a Yugoslavian M24 Mauser, and what we're going to be doing today is reassembling it. So the first thing we have here, right before this I'll show a picture of all the different parts, but right now I just have the pieces we're going to be working with first. So we have the barrel and then the two pieces of the stock. The next part is trickier because you want to make sure you don't break this wood piece here. Okay, so what you're going to do is slide it on sideways and then rotate it. So now the wood piece is back on. Okay, now you can lower your sight down. Then you're going to put your screw on, the piece on just a little bit better. Okay, so now we have the top part installed back on the firearm. The next step is going to be to put it back into the stock here. So we're going to flip this over like so. Okay, the trigger goes through that hole there. This sits right on down like this. Okay, you see how it fits together here? Just fits together quite nicely. Okay, so the next part is installing the trigger guard, and what you'll see here are 4 screws. You have your 2 main screws, and the longer one goes in the back, so make sure you put that one together in the right place. Now, these 2 small screws actually have a difference. Okay, they both lock these bigger screws into place, but the one that goes in the front has a little indentation here. The one in the back actually has a half moon cutout. Okay, so that's how you're going to know the difference. The one with the cutout goes in the back, so make sure you don't get those two mixed up. Alright, so we're going to put this together. This will slide right on down in here. Okay. There we are. Now, go ahead and put these in. Okay, now you should have a little indentation here that lines right up with this next one there, okay? Then you put this one in. The screw is important because it'll make sure your other screw does not come out. Now, put this one in. There we go. Put that one in there. The big ones don't have to be super tight just because these locking screws will hold them in place. But you don't want it too loose either. Okay, so what I was doing off camera there was putting the front 2 bands on here. It's quite hard to do one-handed, so I couldn't film it and do it, but basically the problem with this is this little band is so tight along here it'll ruin whatever finish you put on there. So as you can see, even though I refinished this, it looks like it's going to have to be redone every time I take this on and off. So hopefully I won't have to take it on and off much to clean. So that's going to be a problem. But now that we have that on, we can go to the next step here, which will be the magazine. Okay, so here's the magazine, spring and follower. And what I'm going to do is just wipe this down real quick. I put a little oil on it so it wouldn't rust while I've been waiting on the finish to dry. Okay, so what you're going to do is flip the gun back like so, and make sure you have this facing the correct direction. Basically this little circle here, if you can see that, goes on top of this. So you're going to put it in like so. Now you're going to want something to push down on this little spring-loaded button right here. Okay, now that should be in there. Alright, so that's all there is to it. So you want to have a punch, it's preferably something not sharp so you don't scrape the bluing or anything, but you want to push that down, slide it on there, and wiggle it till it catches, until that pops back into it. And then when you take it out, you're going to push that down and push it that way, okay? But that's all there is to the magazine. So now while I have this set like there, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on. This is for your sling right here. So this just slides right in here. It's pretty much the final step of reassembly. So you're going to make sure that the bolt, the safety is turned vertically. Okay, you stick it in, push down, you're ready to go. Okay, so that's how you reassemble the Yugoslavian 24-47 Mauser. So anyway, there it is.